Hello, friends. How are we? Welcome. It's been a couple of weeks, hasn't it? It's been a couple of weeks, and that probably feels like years, given how we tend not to take any time off around here. But we had to. There's been quite a bit of stuff happening in day job world, so I've not been around. There was some illness happened. That wasn't very pleasant. Did a bit of that, and just generally up to my eyeballs in stuff, and poor Chris forgetting I'm still alive. Do you know what? Yeah, like we haven't even recorded a podcast this week, so it's possible that maybe I am unalived. We don't know. We haven't got a clue. I am potentially speaking to you via hologram, so that's something that's worth looking into, I think. Do you know what I mean? It's always worth having a look into that, just to see if it is a possibility or not. But other than that, I think everybody else is still kind of as is, really. From what I understand, there's been an update to Football Manager. Football Manager, podcast host. I should have my fingers on the pulse with this. And I have. I have got my fingers on the pulse. And I'm aware that there is an update. And I'm aware that apparently we should have less rain. That's probably about it, really, isn't it? Shall we have a little nose on at Darlington and remind ourselves of just how bad it got? Let's do it, shall we? Right, here we go. 11th in the league, 30 games played. 30 out of the 175 games you actually have to have in the league. Fixture schedule. Let's press that button. Press the fixture schedule button. We had a bit of a bad run in the last stream. That was one win in what, 2, 4, 6, 8. One win in 8. We may have just been being a bit silly, to be honest. That might have been a thing, which is fine, I guess. Because it is. That's what we do. we occasionally do some silly things. There is a way of doing team meetings, isn't there? How do you do that? Do I have to click on something? There's something you got to right click on. I'm sure it is. Oh, here, there. Right, hold team meeting. Okay. Were we arrested in the Epstein file? We weren't. No. We've checked. Let's just see what happens, shall we? Let's see what happens. Right. Okay. Try restarting. Right. Try and refresh that. Okay, definitely the place. Maybe the save. Not instantly lagging. Okay, right. So we're up. We're a bit quicker. Right. Okay, hit refresh. Let me just quickly do that as well. We are refreshing. We haven't got music. That's a concern. Right, let's try and redo that. Evening Llama, by the way. Welcome in. Can you believe that they let me out on the internet? It's one of those, isn't it? Right, let me just see if I can get some stuff rolled up, because now Spotify's taking a bit of time. To get itself going. Can I hear anything? There we go. Right. Okay, Llama's in. Are we in now? My upload speed looks a lot quicker. Right, give us some emotes if we're working. Are we Are we arms in the air? Are we wizardy woos? Right. Well, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Let's do this. Do this again, shall we? Let's try another round. Right. Okay. We are back. It's been, right, what were we talking about? It's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks. Obviously, I've forgotten what I'm supposed to do at this point. But yeah, Darlington's still shit. Basically, that's about the long and short of it. Darlington's still not very good, and we've obviously tried to have a team meeting, and the team have just went, what again? So that's not fun. Chris, 12 months worth of work and support. Appreciate you, Chris. Very, very kind. Thank you. We appreciate the work that you put in. Let's get Joey Dawson back in there, shall we? The man who stopped scoring, believe it or not. What we're gonna do? We need to get some things done. Keep Darlington shit. We're trying, Brit. I mean, you know what? I'm not even trying. It's just a natural thing. It's like, it's almost too easy to keep Darlington being shit. Like, I don't know. See if McEwen can actually do something again out there. 54 months worth of Dan. That's a long time, isn't it? That's a long time. What's been happening in everyone's world then? What's been going down? What have we missed? What have I not missed? As I say, I've checked the news. Not really much has happened in the news, has it, to be honest? Not a lot. Not much to talk about. We obviously have to try and get a win. That'll be useful. Having played very, very badly for quite some time now. Nothing major, not in the news anyway. No, God. I mean, you'd know about it if there was, wouldn't you? Andrew Mountbatten's been arrested. That is news. And he's been arrested for crimes. That's right. Yes. Yeah. He can't go hiding anymore, can he? So that's happened. Definitely for crimes. Andrew knows what he did. He does know. He does know, doesn't he? He knows what he's done. The little scamp. He can't sweat either. Oh, exactly. Do you know what? But if he does, then we'll know. Right, no more rain, but we have snow. That's the first thing we've got. We've definitely got weather. Llama, always good to catch a wrong'un. Exactly. And Steve did tell her, I appreciate the use of the word allegedly here, but I don't think it's needed. It seems very much like he's guilty. But it is an interesting thing that I read about today. Of course, the thing is, now there's an actual investigation going on. Like, British media are supposed to not comment on it or sort of like post anything about it, because it might then affect the outcome of the trial. Whereas, of course, the Americans can do whatever they want because there's no law stopping them doing that. So that's really, really interesting and really, really difficult now, due to the nature of crimes. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Lulu Booster, welcome back. Thank you very much, my friend. Pleasure to have you in. If you get sent down, does the judge go at your brother's pleasure? Well, yeah. Old Gabby Large. Gone. Glad one country still does investigations. Which country, Steve? Which country? Offside, apparently. British media have been all over it. They have Triple P, but they're not going to be allowed to shortly, apparently. Obviously, the Americans haven't quite figured out what they can and can't do just yet. So instead, Trump's like, tell them they've got aliens. That'll do. Should be fine for now. Let's mention aliens and do a war. That's what he's going to do. So the classic distraction technique that tends to be popular with politicians. Right, so people have told me that pass maps are here now. Is that a thing? Download downtime informed Gabby Large is back. Is there a link? Oh, you know what? You know what? Llama's out there for conspiracies, isn't he? Gabby Large in for Ashton Me. Not here in the corrupt US of A. Well, Steve, to be honest, I think neither of us are really painting ourselves in much glory, are we? To be honest. Trump is doing the equivalent of look over there and running off. Isn't he? He absolutely is. I wasn't involved here. Look at some aliens. Yeah, and do you know what? I will fall for that. I will fall for it. Right, where's me pass maps then? Where do I find all these? What else have I got access to now that I didn't have before? Oh. Great. So we still can see goals. That's the thing. Kansas City Shuffle is what they call it. Feels like a call by Coach Reed. Distraction is his main thing. Yeah, that and lying, and nonsense. It's 11th, still 6 points behind Geisley. Oh, right. So where's my pass maps then? Are they here? Oh, there they are. Oh, right. Is that all we've got? Is that all we've got? Is that what the pass maps are? Is this it? Is that what they've been working on? Beavering away behind the scenes? There's more in the data hub. Oh, Gabby Large. Come on, Gabby. We need to prove Llama wrong. Llama, people who use pass maps are the same people who have... Who what? Who have to go grand designs because they couldn't possibly buy pre-built homes because the wine fridge wouldn't be big enough for Jacinta and Humphrey's Verve Cliquette collection. Yeah. This is what it feels like. Sammy Robinson, lovely touch. Ashton Me. Oh, come on, Ashton. Get your head up. I don't think I have seen Lucky Number 11, actually. So, it's now maybe a reference that I haven't got. What I have seen is Darlington are crap at football, is what I've seen. Great. Emilio Ballard Matthews. What a name. Oh, that's not even their pass. This is my passing. Look at all the passing I've done. Toulouse. We didn't even play for Toulouse. I thought it said Bernard Matthews. I thought it said Bernard Matthews. Well, that would be great. What are we excusing now? How many games and minutes is this since the last tactical redesign? I couldn't possibly tell you, Llama. That's the problem. I couldn't possibly tell you. I think because we've obviously had a little bit of time off. So maybe it doesn't count. Maybe. I don't know. It might be time. Could be. Maybe it's time for TJ's. Three at the back. Get the magnetic tactic boards out. I think so. Get the Pokemon cards out. Pokemon cards, is it? I know, Mrs. J. Exactly, yeah. Yeah. Maybe we just do that rather than this nonsense here. Get the cat cafe out. That's what she said. We have got other games. We've definitely got other games. Good games as well. Interesting games. We've got the card game, which is the it's called Nutmeg. We can get that out. We can play that. That'll be good. We also got access to... What else have we got access to? Oh, we got access to another new game as well that's just come out in Demo World this week. So we could do that as well. Do I want to get my nutmegs out? I always get my nutmegs out, Llama. I want to play Pokepia as well, Mrs. J. I think that'll be the thing. We'll just sack FM off and we'll play Pokemon Pokepia. I think it'll be the right answer. Marcus Walder, you can't advance in your game. You just read in the inbox. Have you heard about this before? I'm able to afford after closing the game restarting. What I'd suggest is go on holiday for a day, Marcus. Just click on the holiday button at the top. Just holiday 1 day forward and see if that works. There might be something just locked somewhere. It sounds like there's a couple of soft locks in the game, but I've not seen them myself. But apparently they are there. Is this the shortest comeback in streaming history? No, because we're still back. It's just not back on this. Because it hasn't got better, has it? You know, we all wanted it to get better, but I don't think it has. But you know, it's fine. At least someone's happy. Part of me's wondering. There is, of course. I mean, there's always an issue that we could go, look. Do we just leave Darlington and hope for the best and try a new team and make it a journeyman save and see if that helps? You know, have we just got a bit bored at Darlow? But then again, you've got the same issue of trying to find a new team and try and do the season 1 thing again and all the tactics and recruitment and all that stuff. So I don't know. You could argue we're playing better. Lots more shots, lots more possession, but not on target. So it's another defeat. Guys are in the playoffs, so it's not that bad a result, really, but we looked like we were on top for most of it. And yeah, we're now like 9 points behind. Let's just tell them they were unlucky. Might be time to set fire to the tactic. It could be, right? And you know what? Let's do something, right? Let's have a look. 5th straight defeat. Right. Can you load tactics in? That's the question. Can you do that? Match day. Burn the tactic down. Show some TJ razzle dazzle. Right. Can I do it? Where's my Scotland ball? Right. Okay. Is it this? Is it this? No, it's not. I think we've got a problem because I don't think the no. Right, okay. So okay, here's an idea. How about I clear that. Let's quickly save this. Evening, Tristan. How are you, buddy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Where have we been, mate? Busy, busy, busy. There's been a lot of busy. Lots and lots of busy. Work, life, stuff. So yeah, all been a bit all over the place, to be honest. Hang on, let me quickly load this up, see if I can get into it. You'll see I've had a little play about in the background with something. I wonder if the tactical save, can you still do this? Right, what's it called? 343. See, it is there, right? Okay. Right, how do I save this then? All right, save. Okay. Aha, ha, right. Right. I mean, there's something concerning, isn't it, when I've gone to like something that I've started to put into Scottish League 2 to go, I reckon that'll probably work in the Vanarama National North. So here's what I've got, right? Okay. Right. This is what we've got, okay? So, counter-attack, obviously. 3-4-3. Okay? Yeah? 3-4-3 in possession. Okay? Out of possession, 5-4-1. Okay? So, technically, my players would drop back into shape, hold the ball, and make ourselves difficult to beat. The thinking being, we've got our wide players, so that would be Ashton Mee, and that would be either Gabby Large or McEwen out wide. We'd have a tight midfield, compact midfield here, which is probably going to be Robinson maybe moving up and about, or that'd be O'Grady Macken. It'd be O'Grady Macken, wouldn't it? He'd be doing all the running about, right? So okay, so let's look at what it would look like. So it'd be there, you'd have McEwen there. You'd have, we'd take some of these wing backs. They don't necessarily have to be the full backs we've got, so that would cover some of the issue we've got. So we've got a wide centre back, so Hughes will come and do a bit extra cover here as well. So Mee will go out there. Robinson could go out to play wing back. Yeah. Which then allows someone like Coyley to be the DLP and start to like sort of pull the strings in the middle. Yeah. And then old Hamish Douglas is going to have to step out for Hester, or do you know what? Let's do Hester there. Actually, Cooper needs to drop back in, doesn't he? Cooper for Calland. There we go. Right. How does that look? How does that look? Okay. So as I say, so that's our in possession. Yeah. And then when they're out of possession, they drop back into this. Hester goes there. Is it Hughes there at the right back? Yeah. Oh. Obviously, there's no guarantees that these are exactly the right players, but there. So that's how I think it looks out of possession. What are we thinking? Is it worth it? Is it worth a try? Should we give it a go? See what it looks like? I suppose it can't be any worse than what we've currently got, can it? We've got what? 10, 12 games left or something? At the end of the season? How many games we got? Let's find that out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games left. After 5 defeats, it's got worth a whirl. Yeah, that seems to be as good a plan as any, doesn't it? Yeah, let's give it a go. We're away to Warrington. Where are Warrington? Warrington 16th. So, yeah, we could do with actually getting a little morale booster in here. Also, where's this extra passing in the data thing then? Where's the data hub? Where's the data hub at? Data hub, right. Where's pass maps? Last match. All right. Oh, so we just get to see what. It's not really enough, is it? To be honest. The turnaround starts now. That's the plan. That's the plan. And if it doesn't work, then look, at least we tried. We could just be like, look, we gave it a go, right? You know. That's the FM26 strapline. It's not really enough, is it? It is a bit, in it, Llama. Like, I'm like you. I've tried to be positive about it. I've been like, it'll be fine. And now I'm like, I'm not sure it is going to be fine. You know, at some point it will be. But the question is, what point is enough? Right, why is McEwen unhappy? He's unhappy at his playing time. Well, mate, you've been playing a lot and you've not been doing very well. So I think you maybe need to consider some of this is your fault. Of course, Turner needs to come back in as well, doesn't he? I'm doing just as bad with York on FM24. Well, I mean, that makes me feel a little bit better, I suppose. Before or after 27, I wouldn't possibly like to comment. Doncaster want Hamish Douglas. Doncaster? Oh, Tristan's in. 28 months. There we go. Llama, the place is a treat. Thank you, Llama. I figured we needed a bit of early 2000s skate punk. We haven't really had it for a while, have we? So you're all very, very welcome. You're all very, very welcome. That wasn't an insult. Just comparing. Oh, mate, no, don't worry. I didn't take it as an insult. Don't worry. It's not raining. It's not raining. It's not raining. It's a brand new game, everyone. Feels like I'm playing Tony Hawk. Yeah. I feel like I'm hit a half pipe. Come on then. Us versus Warrington. Let's see if this new Darlington formation can do something. See what Wasington are like. Shall we? Maybe your team is better when it's not raining. Maybe the weather was the problem. Oh, maybe Pino. We've had 5 years worth of rain, so it could be it. And we've allowed 5 shots early doors. Starting to slowly pull things back now. I think the way this game works, so I think you've got to be a bit more attacking than defensive, and I quite like defensive football, so I think that's possibly where the issue is going to come from. At what point do I let the handbrake off and go with like 2 forwards? Because we could go into like a 3-5-2 possibly. Yeah. Good ball through. Oh, he's missed the header. Fucking hell. Oh, dear. Look at that. Misses the header. Defensive football works well as long as the team instructions and player roles match. Oh, over the top. There's Gabby. Go on, Gabby. Go on. Sammy Robinson over the top, and then Gabby Lama with the finish. Look at that. Run behind the defender. Defender's got no idea where he's gone. Giving it Gabby's. Gabby goal. Exactly. Gabby Darlow Stuter. Okay, half time. We're giving up possession. That's fine. That's not a problem. 6 shots, 4 on target. That's pretty decent. Our Opta is pretty bad, I think, but okay. Right, let's see what the second half looks like. A lack of highlights is good. That means that there's not a lot of stuff going wrong. So we're not seeing too many mistakes. We see the one mistake that leads to goal, obviously, but we're not seeing much else behind. McEwen's on a 6-3. He's not having a great time. The idea as well with the wingers is that they track back in the out of possession shape. So here comes McEwen. So I'll explain my thinking behind it at the end of the game and see if I can sort of like tell you what I was going for. Oh, Gabby Large almost. Oh, Coyle has a great effort. I'll see if it makes sense. McEwen's up for a 7 now. He's having a great second half. Hester's on a 6-6. Me starting to tire out on the right. Do you know what? Should we pop Turner on? Coyley's not doing great. He's starting to tire. Let's go with Stead. I'm not entirely sure this would fall under skate pop, but skate punk, but here we are. Busted her a guilty secret. Are these the ones that go to the year 3000? Is that them? Or is that the other one? Okay, right. 1-1. Outplayed, but not dreadful. Okay, let me explain the thinking. Let me explain the thinking and see if it makes sense. Nothing must change. We live underwater. I'd argue that's a pretty big change. That sounds like a big change, to be honest. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I think they're getting mixed up with people who currently live underwater. Lead and Cheese God, how are we doing? Are we good? Right. So this is the thinking behind the tactic, right? So direct counterattack, right? So my thinking is that I want my team to be compact, right? We've talked about this before. I want the team to be compact, soak pressure up, and then hit on the break, get the ball out to the flanks if we can, but essentially move up through the lines relatively swiftly. So that's why we go direct rather than fluid, because we've not got the players for fluid, right? We haven't got players for little triangles. The thinking with it is, right, so McEwen as the... so if we think about our defensive setup, first of all, right, so goalkeeper hangs the line. He's not going to go too high because we're going to sit pretty deep, right? We're going to sit in the low block, right? The lowest of blocks. We're pretty much on our own sort of like 18-yard box. Most players are going to be inside our own half. Even in possession. Out of possession, everyone back. Gabby Large probably should really sit about the halfway line, if that. But, you know, that's fine. Keep everyone nice and tight, nice and compact. All right. No nonsense centre backs. And then with a screen. So again, so sort of like step out and help when we're out of possession. Hughes is going to drift out wide because Hester's going to go up and about, roaming as a wing back. Robinson comes and fits inside here when we're in possession. So we've actually got 3 in the centre. Okay. So he sort of comes in here a little bit to there, while O'Grady Macken runs up as he's box to box. Okay. So that gives us 2 here, and then it gives us 3 up top. So again, it's 3, 3, 4, essentially. So we do that. When I'm coming inside, we might keep him as just a normal wing back as it is, but I'd like him to come inside if we can. McEwen, of course, comes inside. Gammy B is just going to run about doing his thing. O'Grady Macken's up and down. We want Coyley to pick the ball up and spray it. Realistically, we need a better playmaker because we haven't really got one. Maybe it could be someone like Dave Stead, possibly. Or maybe Virtue. Actually, Virtue is probably a better option than Coyley. Pop him in there for now, like that. So that's the thinking with what we get. And then our possession, as I say, everyone then tracks back. So we've got O'Grady Macken just sort of drifting wide. We've got pressing midfield in the middle. Hester's going to hold his position. And then, of course, we've got our wide midfielders, and then our sort of like outlet players. So again, if we get the ball out here, that'll be fine. That's the thinking. Thoughts? Anybody? Has anyone got any thoughts that might go against what I've said, or maybe sort of going, TJ, I think you've interpreted that wrong? Feel free, but that's what I think should work. Well explained, it seems logical. Oh shit, let's burn it. Let's burn it to the ground, Llama. If I've explained with logic, that's not going to work, is it? Essentially, I've been watching a lot of Sunderland recently, and I like the way that they are solid in defence and then start to like burst out when they need to. So I think it would be good if we could get something like that working for ourselves. Whether it works or not, I don't know. People on the left are covering for the outlet wide player. That's the thing. That's the thinking. That's the thinking. What's the tempo like? Oh, good question, actually. I believe we're on cautious. Oh, that's mentality, sorry. Tempo, higher tempo. So again, we're launching the ball pretty quickly, trying to move as quick as we can. We could look to slow that down a little bit if we need to. We could look to slow some of the directness down as well. But again, theoretically, the idea is when we've got the ball, get it moving quick and then start to step out. So we're still maybe lacking one or two players to make it work properly, but it'll be interesting if it starts to work. Who's exacerbated the split in the dressing room? Who should I throw under the bus? Let's say... it's a good question, actually. Who's kicking off the most? Quite a few of them, isn't it? Do you know what? I'm just going to say none of them. You know, get a ball, unleash hell. That's it. Do you have a low defensive block? I do. I have the lowest block. Basically, I defend with a draft excluder. That's what I do. All my players are on the goal line. And if it doesn't work, let's very quickly have a look at the job centre. We're not going to the job centre just yet. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And if we end up managing in Botswana, then so be it. You know? It'll be wherever it's going to be. I mean, we've only got to play Scunthorpe next. That's not a problem, is it? Scunthorpe currently third. Peterborough Sports on 54 points. We're on 44 points. So we're 10 points behind Peterborough Sports. Oh. It's fine. We can do something somewhere, probably. Probably. Do you know what? Let's pop Gabby Large out wide. Put Joey Dawson back in up top. Viva says, my tactics are fueled by vibes, not by logic. Well, we've tried that, Viva. We've tried fueling them by Monster as well. That doesn't work either. So let's see what we can do. And there's the rain. There's the rain. We held 3 matches we've played tonight. One's been in the snow, one's been in the sun, one's been in the rain. There we go. The game's fixed. Let's see how we can do against a Scunthorpe side that's currently got 84% of possession in the first 10 minutes. I play Large even wider on the bench. Can he play in the local chip shop? That would be good. To be fair, I want McEwen to do better. But I feel like this has been his 3rd season. He's just dropped off. I don't know whether he's been overplaying his abilities or whether like people have found him out, or whether it's a me problem. But look at this. This is like absolute bastard ball, isn't it? One shot so far in half an hour. This is what we need to be holding out for. Like, 0 highlights. I don't want to see any of the match engine with this tactic. Oh, come on, Virtue. You've got to get on the ball there, surely. How's that gone in? Absolute daisy cutter. Oh. Look at this. There's like 0 backlift on it. I mean, we've said before the goalkeeper's a bit of a liability, isn't he? And I think we could probably be right now. So yeah, maybe the goalkeeper is not great. Oh, go on, Dawson. You've got a challenge for it. There's Gabby just gone wide. Oof. There's a shot. There's a chance. 23% of possession. Look at that. It's been all Scunthorpe. But they've only had 3 shots, though. You know what? Same lineup. Nothing changing just yet. Let's keep it as it is. This might be the sign of insanity, mind, just like sending a team straight back out with no change, but we've got to give it a bit of time to see if the tactic works, right? Go on, Ashton. Great cross. Oh! Gabby's come charging through. Penalty. What a run by Gabby. Yes. O'Grady Macken from the spot. We'll have a bit of that. There we go. Right, a goal. A goal, everybody. Does anybody remember what we do when we score? Oh yeah, we concede straight away. That's what we do. Yeah, we're just going to stand off, are we? We're not going to do anything when they come charging in, are we? We're not. Right, okay. That's obviously another thing that's been changed in the update, when the players just stand and look at the big space. Right, because look at this, right? This is... like, he's got a lot of space there. And not a single player thinks, let's close him down. They all just stand there and go, well, what are you going to do from here? Yeah, what are you going to do? Are you going to come close at the goal, are you? All right, okay, yeah, you might as well just score then. I'm trying to be positive. I don't know if it's coming through or not. When we check the out of possession midfield roles, that's 2 conceded from closing the ball down. It is, and they both come from open play though. Because where it's closing down. Out of possession. Regrouping. Because, yeah, you don't really want them to sort of like press for the ball, do you? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I've got no idea. I've got no idea. What point do we sack Darlington off? Do you know what, Dan? It's coming very, very close. It's coming very close. What's my real feeling of FM26? Frustration, I think. Good evil. I just think it's... I think it's my fault. I think it's my fault. I don't really know what I want from the game. That's the problem. I don't know whether I'm just not that bothered, really. Like, I probably am. And I probably have to play Football Manager because, you know, otherwise the podcast really, really struggles. But we've got access to a couple of games that I think we'll play instead. So it's just another defeat. We've got Nutmeg, so we've got access to Nutmeg. So we need to play that, and then we also got access to something else called Copper City, which looks pretty cool. And that is a yeah, we're gonna get sacked, which is actually, do you know what? I'm actually quite glad of this now. Let's look at the FM can stand for anything, the Fancy Man show. And do you know what? I think I am a fancy man. Actually, we could maybe tie in with Love is Blind. All right, where's the job vacancies? Like, nothing is where it's supposed to be. Job centre. Backroom adverts, is it? I don't think it's backroom adverts, is it? Right, managers' positions. Career. Managerial vacancies, that's it, right. Okay, so green is women's jobs. Southend is a step up for us. Welling's a step up. Yeovil's a step up. Darlington insecure. Dulwich Hamlets. Maidenhead. Right. I mean, we can attend, but, you know, we're not happy with our current performance and considering our position at the club. We'd like to know why you think the team's performed so badly. Because the players are crap. That's why. Stick to the plan. We need to see tangible proof of that in the table. This hasn't been the case. Well, look, it's... When in doubt, blame the board. We could do. Evening, Mad Scientist. How are you, pal? Welcome in. I'm not begging for time at Darlington. I'm not begging, okay? Um, but do we ask for like? Are we asking for another month? Another month of this? I mean, do we just resign? Do we just go? You know what? Fine. Like, how about I just leave? Are we coming around the dialogue? I think so. I think so, Mad. I think so. Um, and the problem is, I'm not. I'm not really. Do I want another month? This is the thing. Do I really want another month of this? Like, no, I don't. I don't. But it's possible that we could turn it around. It is still possible we could turn it around. The question is, what happens next year, and then next year, and then next year. Do you know what? I'm gonna regret doing this, but let's do it in the chat, right? Okay. Next step. Ask for time. Tell them to stick it. Beg like a puppy, right? Save ideas stream. Load up all the nations you're interested in. Do you know what, Lama? You're off in Brazil. This is fun. You've got Brazil on the go. The Copa Libertadores. 50-50 or something coming. 100%. 100%, Rugio. If we do tell them to stick it, then what? So here's my question. If we tell them to stick it, what comes next? We take the night off playing something else, come up with a new save, start a journey, man. We got penalties. Well, it won't go 50-50 because everyone really wants to tell them to stick it. The beauty of a new save is anything can come next. That's a good point, Llama. That is a good point. We could stay in the universe. Yeah. We see you're not happy here and just get pissed off at Darlington. I mean, there is that a little bit. But then, of course, there's also the thing of I've caused this. This has been my fault, really, hasn't it? That goes against the well. I mean, it could do. Rouge. I'm not allowed to do it on screen, obviously, but could be something I do off screen. This is all George Reynolds' fault. It is. Like, where's Tino Aspria at this moment in time? That would have helped. The decision seems to be tell him to stick it. Okay. If we tell him to stick it, and obviously now this is all on yourselves. Do we stay in this universe? do we stay in this universe or do we start a new save? That'll be the next question. Let's see what's about. Okay, we're all off to cut our face off before I was suspect we're cutting our nose. Where do you want to go if you want to stay here? I don't really know, Ian. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not that bothered. Like, really. It's the save was sort of built a little bit out of frustration that the game didn't work the way that we hoped it would work with Build a Nation. Sorry, not Build a Nation, with Journey Person in the first instance. But we could still do it. So there is still something we could do. I don't... Trying to find a club I have a connection with is going to be tricky. Unless we go... I don't really know. First season saves are boring. They are. But then we're going to get that wherever we go now, Dan, because we're going to be in a first season with a new club. So, right, do you know what? Let's just say we're going to have you... Well, is it best if I just resign then? Right? Tell them to stick it. It doesn't have to come to that. Ooh. Okay. Brilliant. Oh, God. He didn't expect that, did he? Even Matty, 23 months. Thank you, my friend. I don't know what I was saying, Rouge. I've got no idea. Oh. You're not doing well. No, don't go. Oh, the board was saying that, yeah. I'm confused. I'm a little bit speechless there, to be honest. Did he want me to beg? I think he did. And then I just went, no, do you know what? You can piss off, I'll leave. And he's like, oh, no, don't leave. Yeah, that's bizarre. We haven't got that much sway. Like, look at our recent form. That's not the form of someone that you want to back, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right, 13 games left. Okay? Yes, we could mathematically still make the playoffs. Yeah? Mathematically, we could. Right? We're out of contract at the end of the season. Maybe they know that as well. Yeah? Maybe they know that as well. What's kicking about? Okay, so Southend, they're in the division above us. Welling are in the division above us, as are Yeovil. Dulwich Hamlet are in the south. Lowestoft, there you go, Dan. Lowestoft, although they're going to get relegated. Maidenhead. That's where we are. Maybe one of the women's sides. I think because we're that low down, we would have to get like a super low women's team as well. So we're sort of in that little period where you just get stuck and there's like nothing you can do about it. So yeah, so I don't really know where we go or what we do. Okay, people start putting ideas in the chat as to where you think we could do. Either if we're going to start a new save, where's it going to be? Okay. Let me know. Let me know what you want to see. Because, as I say, other games we've got lined up. So, maybe tomorrow? In fact, here's some news, right? So, it's my birthday on Monday, right? So, we could do some fun things on Monday. We don't necessarily have to do Football Manager. So, we've got Nutmeg. So, we're going to play Nutmeg, which is the deck building retro football game. We'll play that. And we've also got a thing called Copper City as well, which I don't know if anyone's seen that. We've got some early access on that, which is where it's sort of like SimCity and Theme Park meets Football Manager, but without actually having to bother with any of the football side of it. So you sort of have to build fan zones and stuff, and like organize segregation in the stands for the fans, and make sure that they can get to the ground safely. And Joey Dawson, 1-0. You're looking at that now on Steam. Yeah, it looks all right. It looks all right, Ian. I got an email from the developers about that Wednesday, I think it was. So it's like, so we'll show that in a second as well. But yeah, we'll do Nutmeg maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, maybe we'll do both on Monday. We'll do Nutmeg and we'll do Copper. Because who knows, if we somehow manage to pull things around, maybe we'll still be on Football Manager come Sunday. At least I've got something to talk about on the podcast now. Because I was concerned before. Be in the National League by Monday. Yeah. Brand new save. knowing us, we'll get the South End job. Do you know what I mean? Like we'll fail upwards like we normally do. Just be like, has TJ just fucked off to Norway again? Like, yeah, I have, yeah. It's just better managing in Scandinavia, isn't it? Look at this. This is what it needs to be. Like, it was a very good first half, despite the fact you've been outplayed completely. It's very quickly being like, TJ, are you managing Liverpool now? Yeah. We got their job. There's a bug in the game. I mean, at this point, the British Steel's still on. Offside? No, apparently not. Where is it? I mean, it looks like he's offside, doesn't it? You don't have time for British Steel this cycle unless there's another massive delay for 27. Oh, I haven't got time for British Steel. No chance whatsoever. I'm not entirely sure I've got time to get out into the Football League in unless FM27 is delayed. Okay, so at the minute we're 1-1, and Bedford away, 10th. So it's not a defeat. That's a good question, Llama. That's a really, really good question. What would the reaction be to an FM27 delay? Would people rather the next game is good, or would another delayed game be the end? Oh. Honestly, get your answers out. I'm intrigued to hear this one. Marty says if FM27's on time, it will be coming out around the same time as GTA 6, if that comes out as well. I mean, that's two big ifs, isn't it? That is two big ifs. I feel like if there's a delay on FM27, then I think some people would lose their minds. You know what I mean? And it's like, rightly or wrongly. Well, they can't risk a delay for 27, Steve. I think I'm probably with you on that one. But they also can't risk a game that's not very good, can they? It needs to be a good game. And that's where the problem's going to be. You know, everyone's been talking about this being the beta season. So 27's got to be shit hot. And 28's got to be fucking class. And I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else needs to, like, how else they can, like, up it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think there's too much in the game. I genuinely think there's too much in the game. I think there's, and Llama, you spoke about it briefly on the WFM show, and I think we mentioned it on last week's pod as well. Like, now that it's the simulation of real life football, like how much extra stuff do they need to put in the game? What else is left to put in the game? Like, do we need to start discussing the pressure of the footballs? Like, how long the grass is? Like, you know, how much sunlight the grass gets? What makeup of pitch we have when we're in the lower leagues? Like, when we can, like, you know, just, I don't know, like, tracking, like, training data from ECGs and oxygen levels in players' blood. Like, I think there's too much. And I don't think that, and I've said before, oh, God's sake. I've said before, like, managers aren't managers anymore now. They're head coaches. So I think the game has to change to be head coach, manager, and head coach, manager. But, you know, with that comes a lot less to do. And there'll be some people who would hate the idea of that. The game's very in-depth, I think you'll find. There's lots of statistics that I need to know about. Head coaches couldn't possibly play this game. Only real managers. Which, of course, there's only about 7 in the world anymore now. If 27 was delayed, there'd be a lot of mourning, mostly from certain creators who are not in the chat, and people still buy and play it. Yeah. Yeah. Taking things out would make people lose their minds. It would, but also, I don't understand why. Like, I didn't realize how much people loved cup draws. The reaction when people heard that cup draws weren't in, I was just like, feels like people had their firstborn taken off them. You know, deadline day being removed, and like that one I sort of get. But you can't please everybody. That's the thing. And I think they've tried to please everybody. Um, Evening, El Diego. How are you, pal? Good to see you. For what it's worth, I don't think there's a right answer, by the way. I don't think there's a right answer. What's your thoughts, Lama? What do you reckon? If there's a delay on 27, where do you think? Where do you think we go? Oh, look at that, over the top. Only missed the cup draws once I got to European competitions. That sort of makes sense, yeah. Cup draws were good for streams. Personally, don't care. Yeah. I can see no scenario where FM27 is well received. Oh, God. It's a fair point as well, isn't it? Keep the game as it is, detail-wise, but add a head coach mode for something more on the lines of what you're talking about. Yeah, maybe Holster. I think some extra options would be good. I know the argument is you can play it this way now, but it doesn't quite work that way, does it? 77 says, I don't think there'll be any delay to FM27. At the very least, it'll be FM26 with a sticker changing the year and an updated database. I mean, that sounds a little bit too real, doesn't it? Yeah. Right. So we are losing to Gloucester, who are all over us. It's no different from most early sports games. New rosters, 1 or 2 features. Yeah, that's true. Working out the developing games takes longer than people outside the industry can comprehend. There's Lama using logic. I don't know how much they can realistically get done in 6 months. Every fix breaks 10 other things. This is what I'm finding. Like, these little small hot fixes are just not doing enough either. How many patches are we on now? Like, all the animations are now starting to look the same. You have to temper expectations for 27. I think so. I guess we'll have to wait and see. We'll see what happens. I do think there's definitely space in the market for another game now, though. And I think the interest is there now for another game. Maybe previously it was like, no, it was FM and that was it. Whereas now I think that there is genuine interest for something different. Yeah. Which I don't think there's been before. For me, the greatest concern is it's going through this because of the thirst for better match animations. I don't think the match animations have improved. They're still horrible. I don't know where they go from here. Good points. Good points, Llama. Like, how much better does it look? It looks a little bit smoother, but it still doesn't look quite as good as Pro Evolution Soccer. Or even ISS back in the day on the N64. I said Pro Evo 15 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen the you'll have seen it, Llama. There's the Pro Evo mod that's just come out that makes it look like Gazzetta Football Italia, or the proper 90s mod, the early Barclays mod for the Premier League. Looks mint. Tricky, load up FM24 for the first time this week. You realise how polished it ended up being. Feels like 26 has gone back 10 years. Oof. Yeah, and again, remember though, FM24 had been worked on for about 20 years. So there is a bit of that way. It's like, yeah, we've had to go around the houses. You know, how good was FM 2006? Which we've got to ask ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, was it amazing? No. FM 10 was good, so there's 4 years worth of gap. FM 24, that's 14 more years on top of that. So that's what we need to remember, and I think that's the tricky bit. Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought you'd have seen it, man. You'd be loving the look of that. You still play FM24 every day. Well, fair play. Yeah, I'll be perfectly honest. I haven't loaded FM24 back up. It's like I've moved on. What I'd rather do is I'd rather play like Civilization or something. I'm looking forward to other games to play. Me and Sai talked about possibly doing Civilization 6 because we both got that. We might do that. I downloaded WWE 2K25 and then realised that I needed a controller, so I haven't got a controller, so I haven't played that yet. The new Pokepedia looks pretty good, so I might play that. That looks fun. But then again, part of me thinks, do you know what? We'll end up playing Dungeons and Dragons or something. Let's just do that. See where we go. Yeah. Then the podcast can just get like even more bizarre. Like, TJ, you talking about Dungeons and Dragons? I am, yeah. But Sai would be alright. Sai's a big Dungeons and Dragons fan. He'd love that. It's supposed to move forward. FM moved on from Champ Manager. I feel FM26 is worse than previous versions. It's a fair comment. It's a fair comment. It's a fair comment, and I certainly don't think you're wrong. I do think, yeah, FM24 is better than FM26 because it makes more sense. But again, how much? So here's a question then: how much of that though is built on muscle memory for things that we have managed to just get used to ourselves? I suppose that would be the question. Like, how much is definitely better, and how much is just we got used to where things were. We had skins that covered up things or showed us stuff that we couldn't find. You know. Frigger's unpopular opinion. I love FM26. The skills animations and shooting animations have been great. They are a bit repetitive, running down the wing, then passing it across, though. Mods are great this year, especially the stadium mod. I haven't used the stadium mod. I don't see the point in it, personally. Game's a little bit broken, but it's good once you get used to it. It's a fair comment. Friggers, I not an unpopular, unpopular, I think you're probably right. Yeah, I was going to say uncontroversial. Unnecessarily that, but yeah, definitely unpopular. I would agree, yeah. I mean, look, I've tried. I've been as positive as I can be from day one, to be honest. And I'm not sure whether, because at first I said, look, like, is the game good or is my save good? And I was enjoying my save, so I was like, that'll be it. And I wonder whether or not, because I'm not quite enjoying where I am in Darlow, is that why I'm not enjoying FM26? And I'm like, do I have the interest to try and work out why things aren't working? I don't really have the interest to try and work out why things aren't working. I'm not bothered about the UI. I think that's a bit of a cop out for some people. I think I'm maybe lacking a bit of the immersion stuff that people talk about. Maybe. I don't quite know what's going on in the world, in the universe, but I just think it's just a bit overly complicated now. I think there's just too much going on. There's too much going on, but also not enough, if that makes sense. Oh, Dawson's miles offside. Rougeau says, I think SI shot themselves in the foot by not embracing the mod community. The modding has kept alive and fixed so many games. SI should be supporting mods, not adding barriers. Yeah, that's it. There's a huge discussion to be had there with that. I think there's maybe the argument is, while the game's still being developed, they obviously didn't want to open it up to modding, to change stuff in the background that then they couldn't fix. Maybe, I don't know, but I think that's just potentially me trying to work it out. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. El Diego 27 will be fine, apparently. McCune, go on. Skips round. Off. SI have had a year of feedback in massive quantity. They have. Want them to stop fixing 26 now and concentrate on 27. Same as you said on this week's pod. See, sometimes I do say some useful things. Too invested in my Austria building nation save to notice the bad parts. And you know what? I think that's it, Friggs. I think if you're invested in your save, then I think you will be able to look past certain things. And isn't that what we all want? Ultimately, we want to be able to be completely unaware of stuff because we're just we're having a great time, we're having so much fun. So, yeah. That's a good thing. Tricky, I feel there's too much going on when you find yourself doing is just clicking to get the games, which sounds counter to the argument of too much going on, but it's where I find myself. That's sort of what I think I was trying to say. Tricky, yeah, there's a lot going on, but there's also nothing going on. You'll see, I just click through all the news items because I'm like, it's not even relevant. None of it's going to be of remote interest to me. It might be, but I don't know. I'm just not connected enough to it. Mr. Tinny Skin makes the game better. Does it? How does it make it better? That would be my question. And this is just a genuine question. Things in a more logical place. Okay, that makes sense then, Matt. That makes sense. Screens are more logical. The weird 2D picture's gone. You've got more data. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this bit, I still don't understand why this is here. I've got used to it now, but I don't understand why it's here. Also doing the enjoyable tasks like squad building, recruitment just feels off, and I don't know why. Yeah. Like, I don't know whether scouting feels hard because I'm in the National League North and because I don't use the search buttons or anything. But I just don't really feel like any new players are turning up in front of me to have a look at. Oh, there we go. Joey Dawson, back post. He did the Zealand thing the other day following the latest update. Started again with Leeds. Played for only 10 minutes before I hit a bug. What's the Zealand thing? Transfer rumours good for finding players. But then surely that's, and this is what was mentioned on the WFM show, was surely that's the director of football's job, not the manager's job. Oh, Dawson. It's offside. But what a finish that was. We're not going to get to see a replay of that, but that was brilliant. Like, it feels like there's still a lot of stuff there that you get told about, and it's not your job. Like, the example that Katie gave was, your club doctor comes to you and goes, "Oh, your player's injured. Do you want me to do something about it?" And it's like, well, yeah, like you're the physio. You should really go and do that. Like, I shouldn't have to tell you to do the physio. Yeah. My counter argument to that is, if you're not recruiting and you're contracting players, what are you doing in the game apart from tactics? Great question, Rouge. Great question. I don't know. I don't know. Clicking buttons, I think. We did win a game. Don't draw too much attention to it, Matt. Don't draw too much attention to the fact we've won a game. Let's just slowly move around. Hope nobody noticed. We do fuck all. Yeah, basically, we do fuck all. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a bit of a whingy mood. I shouldn't be, but maybe I am. Zealand did a video starting from scratch until he hit a bug. It didn't last 10 minutes. See, again, I find that bizarre. Like, I don't think we found that many bugs. Spacebar manager. Yeah, I get that. There needs to be something somewhere. Like, I don't know. I think this is why I don't make games, because I don't really know. I don't think I know what I want. That's also maybe it. I enjoy watching the streams, but I don't enjoy playing it. Yeah, and again, I'm happy. Like, I'm happy streaming because I like streaming. I've played a little bit of the game offline, as you've seen, by trying to have like a little Scotland save. But I've not played. The thing is, I've not played Football Manager offline for a couple of years. So, in fact, probably since I started streaming, actually, I've not really played FM offline. And that's with good versions of FM as well. We want tactics, transfers, training, and media work before really big games. Scrap the rest. But apparently people don't want the media work, though. Do the llama. That's the thing. Thing is, like, everyone knows transfers is the best bit, right? I know I say, like, we shouldn't have them in and we shouldn't do them. But it is the best bit. SI would do a what's that on the train floor manager. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd be good at that. I'd be good at that game. But I think some people just want the media bit to be like, just, I want to call the opposition manager a nonce, and that's it. I think to sort the portal screen out, it would help immersion. At the moment there's too many messages, meaning things get missed, just blasting through, and the wider games get lost in it. I don't understand the tasks. Well, I don't understand what's tasks and what's news. And then I've got tasks things, I've got unreads, and that all sort of like feels as though it falls in together, and I don't know. It probably makes sense somewhere to someone, but because it doesn't make sense to me, that I shouldn't really use that as anything, because, just because I don't understand doesn't mean jack. Yeah. I'll tell you what I do like, though. I'll tell you what we do like, though, this year. We definitely know about beer. Beer's good. Beer's good. Let's talk about that, shall we? More rain. Unbeaten in 3 we've picked up, by the way. Still 13th, 50 points. 12 points behind Braintree now. We are slipping further down that table, or further away from the playoffs, I should say. Season 10, that'll be the one we'll go up. Season 10. Does the beer taste better whilst listening to an FM podcast that you can support via Patreon? Do you know what, Llama? It really does. It really does. Oh, McHugh, what a header that was. What a header. And do you know what, Llama? I'll even plug the Patreon. The FM pod. The FM show podcast. £3 a month for wonderful, wonderful content. Look at this for a header, by the way. Right. Unbelievable. Just wondering if I can do something. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Right. Okay. Speaking of Patreon, right? I'm just gonna I'll pause this at half time, okay? And I just need to present to you the opening of this week's Patreon episode, which, quite frankly, I think is the best Patreon episode we've done. And I've said that only a couple of times. £3 a month. That's less than £1 a week for the back catalogue of bonus content. That's typo surely. No, it's legit, Llama. It's absolutely legit. In this economy, yeah, we're giving you stuff like that, and it's brilliant, isn't it? It's great what we do, and you get access to everything straight away as well. Oh, Tunies on the recommendations, lovely. You went to cancel the subscription, they offered you a few extra cans and offered you £5 off the next box. Yes, there we go. Look at that. You have to let me know how you get on with the new box tuning as well. But yes, I appreciate you investigating the first one. There's some good stuff in there. There was some very good stuff in that. Right. Half time. Okay? I'm going to show you this. Right, let's just pause this for a second. Pause the audio. Right. And tell me what you think. Okay? Can we hear? Can we hear? So yeah, Aaron doesn't think hedgehogs are real. There's something. There's something. What else have we got? There's a bit further on where we were talking about haggis. Oh, hang on, there we go. Oh yeah, we showed him a picture of a warthog. He thought it was AI. this is where we go next. I'm very impressed with that joke, by the way. So yeah, so if you haven't signed up for Patreon, that's what we talked about this week. Feel free to jump in. I feel like I should do this a bit more. I should actually show clips of Patreon because no one really knows what we do we? So yeah, Aaron doesn't think the hedgehogs are real. We had what did we have? We talked about size stag didn't a couple of weeks ago. That was good. Let's say we sent him a picture of a warthog and he thought it was AI. It was just like, it's not real. What the hell's this? Are we also going to ignore the fact that we're 2-0 up here as well? We're not mentioning Darlo. I mean, nothing's happening. Nothing at all. Nothing at all, Lama. Nothing to see here. We also had on a previous episode, Patreon episode, Matt and I did a hotel that was owned by bears. So, complaining that the breakfast was mainly porridge 3 ways. And that someone else had been sleeping in their bed. Matt does like bears. So, we often talk about bears. Oh, we also talk about goal 6 as well on this one. I mean, if Ventus ever watched it, he'd be furious. Oh, keepers! He's got it. Oh, come on, gotta get the ball. Gotta win the first header, surely. Ooh. Right, nobody look at the screen. Nobody look at the screen. Right, okay. Let's just keep ignoring what's going on. Okay. Nothing that we need to concern ourselves just yet. I think the board meeting was a distraction so they can inject all your players with steroids. Yeah, we gave them the old Guardiola treatment, didn't we? I'll do over the top. They've had quite a few efforts, but only 2 on target. Peterborough Sport 63 points. We're on 52. Okay, so we've nudged it down to 1. 2-0 win, everybody. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, I'll show you the pass maps as well. Yeah, because everyone likes to see that. Oh, we've won 100 competitive matches. 100 games in 5 years. Oh dear. It's not very good, is it? Where is it? Match day. Data hub. There you go. That's our pass. Everything goes to the left, I think. Yeah, it's not. I don't really know if we're going to get any extra information there, to be honest. Right, Kurz and Ashton are in the playoffs. That's how far ahead they are. Right, Coyley's getting upset now. Look, Coyley, we haven't got time for this, mate. Right? We've got 3, 5, 7, 9 games to go. We're unbeaten in 4. We've only lost 1 in 6. If we're going to do that way. 2 clean sheets as well in the last couple of matches. Chelmsford next. And whose jobs are available next year? Solihull Moors, Boston, Southend, Woking, Ramsgate. Evening, Connor. How are you, pal? Welcome in. Yes, we're not mentioning any of the results on the screen. Not at all. All good for me, thank you. All good for me, thank you, Connor. I've got a feeling that Coyley's the club captain. Where would I find that? Where would I find that information? We're currently Darlington, Connor, and I say currently because, well, yeah, because it's not going very well. It's not going very well. We've been here 5 years, and we've only seen the playoffs once. Oh yeah, Coyley is the club captain, right? Okay. I mean, everyone's upset. That's the problem. Um, right. Okay, he wants to go. Right, Coyley's on his way out. Fine. Coyley's handed a transfer request. McEwen's kicking off as well. Appreciate the follow there, Connor. Very kind. Oh, we're back on busted again, are we? Now they've lived underwater, so now they're in weddings. God, they're having a right time, aren't they? Honestly, these cheeky scamps. Can we go 3 wins on the bounce? Oof. Imagine that. Imagine that. Ooh. Let's see. Can we make it 3? Or even just like, another game unbeaten would do. 5 games unbeaten. Yeah, no, you do what you need to do, Connor. Appreciate you being in. We're back in tomorrow, so if you're about tomorrow, come and check out tomorrow's stream, or it's my birthday on Monday, so we'll be doing some fun things on Monday. Probably playing different games, not this, but we'll do that. Don't know what time. I do know what time. It'll be from 9 o'clock. And thank you very much for the birthday wish. Very kind, very kind. Appreciate that. So Darlow currently 13th, Chelmsford currently 16th. Gotta win these games. Gotta win these games. Especially after the chairman didn't think we were up for the job. Yeah, got to prove him wrong. So Peterborough, Alfred. So I'm thinking then Monday we do Nutmeg, or we do Copper City. I think that's what we do, isn't it? We'll do something different there. Oh, we play them both like Monday and Wednesday. Oh, Dawson's onside. Onside. Go on. Pick that out. Thank you, Connor. That's very, very kind of you. Very kind indeed. We've, yeah. I don't know what I'll do during the day Monday, but before streaming, we're off to a barbecue place, so myself, Mrs. J, and the kids, we're going to be full of barbecue, and then I'll come on here and I'll be like, oh, I'm all full. I'm full. So, yeah, that'll be good. That's a decent ball over the top, innit? Virtue out to Hester. Dawson over the top. Monday there'll be cake and or trifle. Do you know what? Yeah, I think so. I think they will be. Matt, that's a good idea. I think there should be. And either a bottle of Baileys or like loads of tins of hooch as well. Hester, great ball down the line. McEwen. Oh, skips past everybody. Oh. You had after half 11. No worries, Connor. Appreciate you. Oh, Connor straight on the Wizardy Woos. There we go. There we go. So this is interesting then, isn't it? We've obviously got the new systems playing. What do we think? What do we think about it compared to the last few matches where we had the 4-3-3? Oh, it's brought it down. Oh, as we all know, you can have a bottle of Baileys, then drive back from the restaurant. Absolutely. It's just chocolate milk, isn't it? Really? I mean, no policeman's going to pull you over after drinking a bottle of Baileys. What team does support in real life? Sunderland. Sunderland, Connor. The results are better. They are better, aren't they? Wins. There's been less anger, that's for certain. You're a Birmingham fan. I hope you enjoy the gift of Patrick Roberts then, Connor. The little mini Messi that he is. He's he's a gift from the heavens, that boy. He is. He's just brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant as Paddy Roberts. So yeah, wrap him in cotton wool though, because if he gets a hurt on his ankle, he's made of glass. But oh, what a little wizard. We're sad to see him go. More defensive setup seems to suit your squad. I'd stick with it, says Musician. It's looking better, isn't it? Let's get me back out there. It's interesting as well that we are holding our own defensively. I know we're playing like teams who are like sort of beneath us, but even then we're not buckling. Even Benny, how are you, pal? How's the save? Well, the save has ended up with us threatening the board. So that happened. Family are well. I can answer that question. Hope you're good. Hope you're good though, by the way. You're okay. Big day tomorrow. You're leaving Italy. Leaving Italy. How long have you been away for? Since the 7th. God, do you know what? I think that's genuinely probably the last time I streamed was about the 7th. I thought it was 2 weeks. It's probably been a little bit longer. Look at that. That's absolute shithouse performance. That's what we want. No possession, no shots. 1-0. Under the cosh throughout the entire match. At home as well. Yeah. I was going to say backdoor performance, but rearguard performance is probably the more accurate description, isn't it? Went to the Olympics. Nice. What did you see? Going to see Zanko and Ziggurat tomorrow, then head home on the 24th. Lovely. Lovely. Look at this. 3 games in a row. Not even a goal conceded. Tamworth are up next. Come on, Tamworth. What are you saying? Oh, you're 4th. All right, okay. Probably shouldn't try and antagonize you, really, should I? So we're 12th. We're on 55 points. Braintree are on 64, so that's 9 points to make up still. So we've got 9 points to make up. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8 games to go. It's going to go to the wire now, isn't it? Like at least a couple of weeks ago, we were all right. This is fine. We're out. Doesn't really matter. Whereas now I'm like, oh, do you know what? Maybe we could actually. Just setting myself up for sadness now, aren't I? You saw the speed skating, you saw the short track, saw the entire women's ice hockey tournament, and both medal games yesterday. Lovely. So how much are the tickets then for Olympics, if you don't mind me asking? Are they expensive or are they reasonable prices? Excuse me. Oh, Ian Tagore's gone off to Houston. That's Denise Van Houten in a bin, Connor. Just in case you... I mean, you probably did know, but Just in case you didn't. That's what that one is. There's no other way of describing that either, is there? Just like Denise went out in a bin, and then yeah, she knows what she did. Right. Also, as well, I would definitely recommend you heed advice as well. Wolftel, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're good. Matt Blade, she does know. Oh, she knows. She knows. What did she do? Someone explain. Well, what she did, we need some TJ Law guide. Yeah, we do actually, don't we? Allegedly, she killed Coolio. Apparently, it's not true, but yeah, it's not true, but also we believe it is. So there's that. Yeah, it's not very nice. It's also completely unproven, Connor. But it's been 4 years that we decided on stream that was the situation. Allegedly with the Michael Barrymore thing as well, yeah. It's been 4 years and I've not heard her deny it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You thought by now should have like come out and said, like, you know what? No, I didn't do that. No. She's just figured by saying nothing. Silence apparently has been her alibi. Oh, it's a well worked goal. Very well worked goal. Can't believe we conceded a goal. Burn everything to the ground. Burn everything to the ground. I'm not here to concede goals, especially well worked ones. It was a very, very good goal. Very good goal indeed. Lots of mountain events for $100 for the medals events and races just a ball out to get there. Oh, interesting. Show me something else. I'm gonna have to change the formation again. Wolftel's got it, hasn't he? We need to get on the ball and get some shots. Yeah. Two key features of football, really, there, isn't it? Yeah. If we've got the ball and we take some shots, we might score some goals. I think you've nailed it. Douglas isn't having a great time. Virtue's not having a great time. Let's put Coily in. And I might even take Douglas off and go with 2 up top. Yeah, no, Connor, nice to have you in. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, definitely hope to see you. Hope to see you soon. And appreciate the birthday wishes as well. Very kind, thank you. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Joey Dawson again. Little bit of good fortune there with the deflection. As soon as you're about to leave, we score. This is what happens. This is what happens. I'll drag you back in. Let's put Stead in. Gareth Wright in as well for... Cooper Coyle. We've got 15 minutes left. Right, good ball. There's Ashton Mee. Oh. Pass and shoot does wonders. Ugly football, long ball up top to a big fucker. That's the works. Wolf tell. That's exactly what it needs to be. Yeah. None of this trying to actually defend rubbish. Like these, tiki-taka nonsense. God, no. God, no. Hester. Up on the top. Right brings it down. McEwen. Gone. I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. This game is silly. It's silly. How come last week we couldn't, last stream, we couldn't do anything? We came back in with this awful form. Thought, right, let's switch it up. Let's go with 3 at the back. Ugly bastard ball. And then we've managed to now go back to the old system to beat a team that's 4th. Look at that swing. Huge result. Huge. Maybe the board meeting put their ideas up. Yeah. And do you know what? Do you know what's going to be class? Is when we walk out at the end of the season going, you know what? You don't deserve me. I take back my defensive setup comments. No, do you know what, musician? We're all welcome to everything. This is how we started the game. We started like that. In the ugly low block. And that's without the ball. Do you know what I mean? Just like everyone behind the ball. Everyone sit there. No one goes forward. Joey Dawson's now scored 15 goals. He's starting to come into form again. He scored in his last 4 matches. Quite a bit of time when he's not scored. Yeah, no, Connor, don't worry. Take it easy, my friend. We'll hopefully see you soon. Appreciate you. And he's out of contract at the end of the season. Trigger the extension again. Could be. Maybe makes sense. Lock him down 1 more year. 23 goals, 16 goals, 15 goals. The man's just scoring. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think we have to lock him down. Real old vibes. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Transfer window slam shut on Thursday. Okay. Oh, that's like tomorrow, so yeah, we won't be bringing anybody in. What league are Darlow in? We're still National League North. Still National League North. We've not really set the world alight, to be honest. Oh, he's on a shortlist. I was wondering why he was showing up there. It's fine. You remember going to watch them before they saw this in a rugby club? Ah, okay, interesting. Mrs. J, 45 months. 45 months. Thank you, Mr. J. Very kind indeed. Look at that. Wonderful support. Wonderful support from Mr. J. McEwen wants a bit more time. Well, look, McEwen, there's a lot going on right now, right? We've got 2, 4, 6, 7 games to go, right? Your contract right now is not the important thing, okay? Because you are playing as well, so stop whinging. You know what I mean? Why is he messing about? You're dafty. I mean, we'll get rid of if he whinged. Yeah. Do you know what? Should do. Take him to the car park, put him in a car, just drive him off and be like, right, you're gone, mate. Hester, look at that back heel showing off. Marty in on the prime. Appreciate it, my friend. Very kind indeed. Thank you for that. Brutal but sets boundaries. Absolutely. Absolutely. You want like other players in the club to fear you. Yeah? It's like in the army, innit? Like when they sort of turn up, like you have to like shoot someone on the first day. Just like sends fear into the rest of the rest going like, oh my god, if he does that to one of his own. Oh, we've been beaten. Oh no, we haven't. Yeah, fuck around and find out. That's exactly it. That's exactly it, vibes, yeah. Gotta live it, haven't you? Yeah. Oh, corner. Sammy Robinson back to Douglas. Over the top. Oh, there's Joey Dawson's got loads of space to run into. Oof. Decent hit from Matty Virtue. Apparently we do nothing from set pieces by all accounts. $59.64 for Braintree. That's only 5, isn't it? By my maths. Braintree losing to Spenny. Okay, Kings Lynn 5th. Right, that's going to be tough. Sweet left foot's in. Oh, my word. Hello, mate. How are you? Welcome, 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 welcome. Wonderful to see you, pal. Hope you're good. How's life treating you? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. We've been through all the emotions tonight. Oh. We've had terrible runs of form. We've had me despairing. We've been in the boardroom with the manager, the directors, the chairman, who's said, we don't think you're doing a good job. So I went, what are you going to do? Sack me? And they went, no. And I was like, right, okay. Because we sort of thought they were. And then since then, we've implemented bastard ball. And now we're not losing and we're winning games. So I'm confused, Mike. I'm really confused. And you're right, we haven't spoken since before Christmas, but I hope life is treating you good. Yeah, you had quite a lot on your plate, didn't you, around about October, November, December time. But yeah, I hope you're well. Hope you're well now. The waste of our time, we could have had them out for training. Yeah, we didn't need that. Wasn't the quietest of periods. No, I couldn't imagine so. No. Thankfully, everything's fine now, though, right? Yeah. Well, it's fine. It's fine. How's FM27? That's what everyone now wants to know. Let's just go with that, yeah. Very much like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those, like, moving on. Life is good. That's the important thing, right? Oh, great tackle. God, go on. McEwen's picked it up. He's got the beating of him. He's done the little cutback thing again. The TJ counter-attack. That's how we do it. I mean, it's shocking finish, but... Okay, for context, Mike, this tactic was developed very, very briefly at Edinburgh City in Scottish League 2. And I was like, I wonder if this will work with Darlington. Yes is the answer. So it certainly has potential. I'm not concerned. Because to be fair, even a draw is fine in this against this team. Is it worth us pushing on and trying? You know what? Why not? Let's do it. Hughes is struggling a bit. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Hughes is playing badly. I've really got a... Let's change it up. Let's try that. I don't know if it's worth pushing on in the last 15 minutes, but we can try it, can't we? We're at Kingsley in 5th. Okay, so right, yeah, we're 5 points behind Braintree. We're going to concede. Told you. Told you. Shouldn't have pushed on. It's fine. I got too cocky. I thought, do you know what? I can push on for a win here. I should have known better. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, okay. Right, back to the drawing board. Is it? Rip everything out, start again. Sterling, unlucky. Thank you for that. Yeah, I would probably agree. Do you know what? We were fine. We should have just been like, I should have just stuck with it and went, fine, try and just play for the draw. But I got giddy, didn't I? That's the problem. I got giddy. Right. But look, see, it's easy to get carried away, innit? 4 wins on the bounce. Thought, oh, maybe I'll get a 5th. We've now got 6 games to go, and that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow night. So tomorrow, final 6 matches of the season, and then we'll see where we go from there. Do we stay at Darlington? Do we go somewhere else? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. Can we do another season at Darlington? Do we need to? I don't know. Not sure. We'll see you tomorrow, though. It's been fun. Speak to you all soon. Let's go and hang out with Rich for a bit. Tomorrow. See you all then. All the best. Lots of love. Speak to you soon.